Hello everyone, this is Stephanie with Me, Myself, and Yarn. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do some embellishments around your amigurumi eyes to give them more personality and just a little more expression in their faces. Okay, so we've already pitted the eyes for this animal here. If you are unsure how to do the pitted eyes, I do have another video explaining how to do that, so go ahead and check that out and then come back and you can see how we add some embellishments to them. Okay, so we've done the pitting, we've put in the safety eyes, we finished the head. Okay, so now we're going to take our tapestry needle with, I'm using white thread. You can use any color you want, but we've got the white. We're going to be going around the eyes. I've made my thread pretty long, but probably doesn't need to be that long, but you want it long enough because you're going to be going back and forth a couple times, so make sure that you give yourself ample supply. Okay, so first we're going to just find a hole in the side of the head. I'm going to go in right about here, and you want to decide exactly how long you're going to want it. So, and what part of the eye do you want on the top? Do you want it on the side, on the bottom? Mine's going to go around this side. So I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring my needle in and bring it up right to there. Okay. So pull it quite a ways. To pull it all the way, but leave a little tail through there. Okay, so now I'm going to go and I'm going to find, I kind of want to do like this whole half of the eye here, so I'm going to go in as close to the eye as possible. Okay, so we're going to go in, might be a little difficult once the eye's in, especially with the pitting, but try to get it right in as close to the eye as possible. Okay, so then I'm going to go, and I'm going to go across, and I'm going to try to come out right about the same area that I went in on the last one. Okay, so I'll come in here and come out over here. Okay, so we're going to pull that through. Okay, so I'll pull that all the way through. Pull that down a little bit, and don't worry, we're going to come back and we're going to tack that down with another stitch so that it stays where you've left it. Okay, so now we're going to kind of come in and we're going to go up here about as close to the same spot as possible for the other one. Okay, so we're going to go through, and now we're going to come back through and kind of pull that down. Going to come in, and we're going to come in under that thread. See that thread there? Okay, so we're going to come in under that. Okay, like so. Okay, so now we've got this one over here. Kind of make sure you don't pull it too tight because you do want it to be able to go around that other eye. Okay, so now we've got this. Okay, we're just going to make a tiny little stitch. We're not going to go a big gap. We're going to go in, we can either go in right below it or, you know, beside it, anywhere. You just don't really want it to show too much. So I'm going to do that and go back in. Make sure you grab that one. It can be a little difficult with all the stuff going on here. Okay, so I'm going to pull that through. Pull it kind of tight, not too tight because you don't want your string to disappear, but you want to pull it tight enough to where it keeps your white yarn in place around that eye. Okay, so now we've got this eye, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go in right below it, and now we're going to go straight across to the other side and come out that, gotta find it first, that first hole that we went into. There we go. Got it. Okay. So pull that through. Okay. Be a little unruly to work with sometimes. So pull that down. You can make multiple stitches around the eyes if you don't like how it's laying. Obviously, every time the direction of the yarn changes, it does change the appearance of the eye a little bit. So if you don't like how, you know, your yarn is laying around the eyes, you can always go back and tack it down with other stitches. Okay. Okay, so now we've got both eyes done. This one's a little, I might go back down and tack that in a better place. Okay, but for now, let's go ahead and finish this off. Okay, so as you can see, I definitely had way more yarn than I needed, but I always like to have too much rather than too little. Okay, so now we're going to take this yarn, we're going to knot it 2 or 3 times. I always like to do mine 3 times because I figure the more the better. That's just me. 3 is probably overkill. Okay. So then we're going to take our tapestry needle, thread that back up, and in the same one you came out of, you're going to go in. I like to come out the back of the head, so squish that guy real good. Get that yarn through, okay, and pull through. Okay. So I like to pull it up kind of tight. It's going to pull this in a little bit for now, but don't worry, we'll fix that. So I pull it in and I cut it, and that way it kind of just all disappears inside the head. Okay. So then you can take your tapestry needle and kind of come through and just poke that back up. Sometimes it gets stuck on the stuffing and creates a little pull, but it's easy to fix that once you've finished off. Okay, so then you just mess around and get it to look, you know, the way you want it to look. Okay, so there we go. We have our embellishments around the eyes, and there you have it. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Hopefully that gives you a little idea of how to create some character in those eyes. And thank you for watching.